Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you another amazing recipe. We are going to make Rugelach. These are absolutely amazing pastries that you can find in New York and everywhere else, of course. But this is where I discovered those beautiful pastries in New York. And there are like tiny little croissants with different fillings in there. They taste amazing. They are not that difficult to make and way easier than croissants actually. So let's get right into the recipe. Alright, so first of all, we are going to start with the dough, which is very easy to make. You do not need a standing mixer, but I'm using one since I had mine on hand, but you can definitely mix it by hand. And I'm going to start with the flour, which is all-purpose, to which I'm going to add some vanilla extract, and then I'm going to add 1 egg yolk. And finally, we'll be adding some cubes of butter, which have been frozen, so they are very, very cold cubes of butter. And then I'm also going to add some very cold cream cheese, very important in this recipe as well. And we're gonna mix everything together until the dough is combined, but you can still see some bits and pieces of butter. This is the most important part in the dough, is that you can still see the butter when you mix it, since this will create flakiness when you bake the Rugelachs. Perfect, so my dough is coming together and I can still see some bits and pieces of butter. Since I'm going to make two different flavors of Rugelach, I'm just going to divide my dough in two, and I'm going to then film it with some plastic wrap and let it set in the fridge for about 2 hours. You can definitely put it in the freezer for less, but it's just better to let the gluten rest in the fridge for a few hours. If you have time, you can make it ahead, and then we'll be making the fillings. Alright, so I said that I was going to make two fillings today, and I will, and we are going to start with the chocolate filling, which is the most common flavor when it comes to Rugelach. And I'm just going to, first of all, process some chocolate chips. I'm just going to chop them really fine until I have almost powder, and some bits and pieces as well, to have the best combination of texture, because some parts will melt in the Rugelach in the oven and some parts will stay intact and they will be delicious. So I'm just going to do that, and then I will be adding some cocoa powder in those bits and pieces of chocolate to add an even richer flavor. And I'm also going to add a bit of cinnamon, but if you do not like it, you can definitely leave it out. I don't care, I will not be in your kitchen, so you can just do whatever you want. I really enjoy if you actually get creative with the fillings as well. And then I'm just going to add in some sugar and mix with a tablespoon. Time for our second filling, and this one is going to be a bit more fruity since we're going to use some apricot jam, walnuts, raisins, and cinnamon. It will taste just as amazing as the chocolate one, but it's different for people that don't like chocolate, also known as weird people. And we are going to start off with the walnuts that I'm just going to chop real fine, just as the chocolate, just to make sure that it will be actually easier to roll the Rugelachs. And then I will be doing the same thing with my raisins, and we'll mix them together with some cinnamon. Alright, it is time to roll our Rugelachs, the best part in this recipe. I'm first of all going to cut my half of dough in half. So this means that you will be doing 4 different doughs, so you can make 4 different types of filling, but I'm just going to make 2 of each today. And I'm going to roll everything out with my rolling pin until I have a very, very thin dough, and then we can add the fillings. I'm just going to remove the excess flour just so that we don't have any floury bits. And then we can add the apricot jam. This one is homemade and my father makes the most amazing jams ever. So I'm just going to use this one, and then we'll be adding the cinnamony fruit walnut things. Perfect, now it is time to cut our dough, and I'm just going to cut in triangles, and I'm going to make 16 triangles since I am aiming to make very small rugelachs. Of course, if you want to make larger, you can definitely just do like 6 or 10 or 12. It will be fine. And then you can start rolling them together and it will be very easy. Now for the second filling, I'm just going to do the exact same thing with my dough, and then I will be adding some room temperature butter that I will spread on my dough so that the chocolate mixture sticks to the dough, and then I will add the chocolate mixture and roll everything together and it will be perfect. Alright, now I'm just going to store my rugelach in the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour, just to make sure that they are a bit more cold before baking them so that they don't melt all over the place. And then we can add some egg wash once they are cold, which is basically a mixture of egg and water. For my fruit rugelach, I'm going to add a sprinkle of cinnamon sugar, which is basically granulated sugar with some cinnamon and vanilla extract, and I'm just going to sprinkle that on top of my rugelachs. Alright, it is time to bake our rugelach in our preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, that's 350 in Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake them for about 20 to 25 minutes or until they are very golden brown. As you will see, some of them will leak and caramelize, which is amazing. Believe me, it is crazy good. So you're just gonna wait for them to cool a bit before eating them, and then it will be done. As you can see, my rugelachs were very easy to make and the pastry is crazy flaky, even though we didn't even use puff pastry, so it is perfect for every level of baker since puff pastry is a mess to make. And believe me, you don't want to waste your time making puff pastry, especially when it comes to delicious rugelach that you want to eat right away. So this dough is amazing. Trust me on this, and if you want to recreate the recipe, of course, you can find the entire list of ingredients in the description box down below, as well as my social media, so Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please subscribe to my channel, it really helps me grow on YouTube, and give this video a like and a comment if you want to chat. I'll be very happy to respond, and I will see you very soon for another amazing recipe. Bye!